Hi there. I am Ralph DeFlorio with the new Revival Coffeehouse, welcoming you to the first concert of our season, an online concert with Zoë Lewis. Zoe is a tremendous performer. Some of you may recall that we had her at the Coffeehouse live and in person a few years back. She plays multiple instruments. She's recorded about 10 CDs and performed the music in something like 70 plus countries, which is just amazing. She is a real dynamic performer, as you'll find out in a moment. As tradition goes, I usually introduce each concert with a short poem. And since we've arrived in the month of November, that is what this one's about. It's called Suddenly November is Here. Suddenly November is here. As always, it arrives with clear views best seen when walking through the woods. For now, it is at its entry point, which is located just a few steps away from those easy days of late summer and early autumn. Still, there can be no denying what comes next. Yes, we will be facing those blunt strikes of winter. But I'm not worried, for I have my emergency rescue kit packed and ready to go. What's in my kit? Well, there's some gorgeous Beatles harmonies, lots of those old-time lonesome sounds, plenty of old-time fiddle tunes, and, most importantly perhaps, the rumbling growl of Howlin' Wolf's blues. And of course, you know, no storm has a chance against those 300 pounds of joy coming from the mighty wolf. November. Feel it. Embrace it. Go walk in the woods. Look far through the bare trees. And know that there is soul-nurturing music waiting for you right up ahead. Soul-nurturing music. That's a good way to introduce Zoë Lewis. You're going to get soul-nurturing music. Zoë Lewis.
Soul nurturing music. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Hello everybody from Provincetown, and hello New Revival Coffeehouse people. Are you out there? Please write. We have lots of Cape Cod people who've already tuned in. We have Susan Avery's there. Chris is there. Hildy's there. You're not Cape Cod, you're from all over. Liz Calhoun, yes, it's starting. Joanne Corsano. Dave Hegner from East Dennis. Hi everyone, keep telling your friends, because here I am by the window. We have got a different show, though it's just me. Suddenly November is here, and we had hailstorm yesterday. Did anyone get hail? Anyway, I just stayed at home and I played my records. And I'm going to open with this song. This one is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, one of my favorite records. I wind up my Vitrola when it's chilly, when it's November, and listen to those old tunes full of scratches, just like me. This is for you beautiful people. Let's go on a date. Don't hesitate, 'cause darling, I just cannot wait to play you a 78. Yeah. Soon under the moon we'll wind up a tune. I think that you'll appreciate the sound of a 78, because life is full of scratches all these days, and there's a simple tonic in these antiquarian ways. Please, darling, don't laugh at my phonograph. I think that you will celebrate when I play you 78. Everybody sway. Or if you're Christopher, please dance. Yeah. Gently place the needle on the fake a lie, depending how you're feeling. We can stay up all night, just like Fred Astaire, we'll be dancing on air. Oh darling, I cannot wait to play you a 78. I just can't wait to play you a 78. See, I told you it was full of scratches. Welcome everybody to the show. Are you on YouTube? Are you on Facebook? Are you on a Vitrola? Can you believe we're all so modern? Thank you, Peter Fisk, for arranging this. Thank you, New Revival Coffeehouse. Thank you, John Daisy. You are a lovely community. Stow TV has been is running this show, and you are fabulous. So, you know, I don't know how many people are watching. I wonder how many people are watching. 2, 5, 10, a million. You never know these days. But the thing is, it doesn't matter, does it? And Christopher's watching and dancing. The tiny things in life are important. Look, my guitar just had a baby. Look, I'll put it nearer. Can you believe? A November baby. Tiny things, very important. COVID, it's been crazy, hasn't it? But we're getting through. Every day is a new day. And the tiny things are very important. If I feel a little bit small, sometimes I watch a virtual show, or I phone a friend, or I go and walk in the garden. I actually ate a hailstone yesterday and it was delicious. The magic things in life, the tiny things, are very important. I wrote this song, actually, I was in Puerto Rico. I remember I was sitting by a tree, and suddenly I saw some of the leaves get up and walk away. I had drunk some rum, but they walked away and I realized they were leaf insects. And of course, life is never as it seems. It's always full of amazing things to surprise you every day. So surprise me, will you, and sing back at me. I know you're in the internet land, but if I sing it's the littlest things, will you go, make the biggest sense? It's the littlest things, make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense, because small is tremendous. They are. They are. They are. Cause I've got a head full of questions of peace and war, and I'm wondering what all this fighting's for. Underneath it all, we're just the same, so let's start to peel away the layers of our onion hearts. When I'm far away, people are kind, just like the ones I left behind. And as if by magic, the answers come when there's a tiny baby holding onto my thumb. Cause it's the littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense, because small is tremendous. And they are, they are, yes, it's a big old world, but it's a small one too. When I'm holding out my hand to you, like a fish out of water, traveling about like a Mormon temple, I'm sticking out. But I want to see things with my own eyes. I had it up to here with television lies. Things are not what they seem today. Oi, look at that leaf. It's walking away, cause it's the littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense, because small is tremendous. And they are, they are, they are. Yeah. When a butterfly flaps its wings, it affects quite a lot of things. Like the African breeze, I'm told by a very wise 6-year-old. If I could sit still a while, I might even hear you smile. An invisible kind of glue sticks you to me to you, sticks you to me to you, sticks you to me to you. Yeah. Trumpet solo, please. Trumpet along, this is Joanne. human too. Across all these borders, these walls and lines. My God is your God and your God is mine. Civilization, it's a funny word. It'll be the end of us all, I've heard. If you don't got a lot, you don't get in a mess. Your load's always lighter if you carry much less. Cause the littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense. The littlest things make the biggest sense. Because small is tremendous. That they are. They are. They are. Because small is tremendous. Yeah. Small is tremendous. And I heard you singing along there, and more people have joined us. Liz Calhoun, Jen Swan, hello from Jen and Lyra Russell Hart, hello, thank you. These are some new people for me. These are some new Revival Coffee House people and some of my regulars. Thank you so much. You and Hildy, couldn't miss this. This is great. The littlest things. And this coffee house, it's, you know, since COVID, it hasn't happened live, but I really congratulate you in doing these virtual shows. So thank you for making this happen. Music is magic. It helps my heart, and I hope it helps your heart too. And the tiny things, as I mentioned before, are very important. And look what just left P-Town. The hummingbirds just left P-Town. Actually, they left P-Town a little while ago. Did they leave Stow? Does anyone have a hummingbird feeder? I'm rather partial to a hummingbird. Maybe if I died, I would come back as a hummingbird. I don't know. I'm a bit speedy at times. It's good for me to slow down. But I love those little creatures flying around. And I was in Brazil, and I asked, what is the name for a hummingbird? And they said, beija-flor. You know what that means? Beija-flor? It means beija, kiss, flor. Flower kisser. Beija-flor. Christopher knows beija-flor. Wash your hands, Jen Swan says. Yes, well, my hands are clean. It's very important to wash your hands. And David's there. David's there. You're all small, but you're tremendous. We're growing. We're growing. Oh, I love you all. All right, while you do your cooking or whatever you're doing, maybe you're drinking a glass of something nice. Maybe you're, I don't know, twiddling your thumbs. Maybe you're doing a puzzle at the kitchen table while you watch this show. But whatever you're doing, maybe you're doing exercises. Can you sing this song with me? It goes, beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. Ay, 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 ay. Do the ay, ay, ay. Beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. Tiny as my thumb, shiny as the stars, please fly my way. Oh, you little honey sipper, makes love to the flowers all day. Oh, beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. Let's see you sing that again. Here we go. Oh, beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. I think I heard you. Dashing through the air, sugar rushing, ruby throated, dazzling dart. Oh, you little honey sipper, 500 beats a minute goes your heart. You're lovely, you're writing to me. Oh, beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. Rosalie, Susalie. Oh, beija, beija flor, beija, beija flor. Where's Roxanne when you need her? Edie, hello. 500 beats a minute goes your heart. Oh, Beija, Beija flor, Beija, Beija flor. Da 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 da. Beija, Beija flor, Beija, Beija flor. There it goes. It's heading to Mexico. We're high-tech around here. Thank you, everybody. Rich Shafi is there. We have Janet Beatrice. Hi. Oh, you wrote to me today. You're the best. Edie is there. Rebecca Burnsweg is there. This is super curled up with your hubby at the fireplace and the cat lights dimmed enjoying. Oh, this is great. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Eleanor Norala Parker Briseno, you have a marvelous, not a small name, that's a large name. I probably said it wrong, but small friend from Gainesville, loving your fun-filled joy. Oh, so many people are there. Thank you. Keep on writing. Keep on writing. Here, let's say salut. It's time for a cup of tequila. Cheers, everybody. Happy Saturday, Kathy and Jess. It's time to do this one. I think that this was shared to the Coffeehouse. This is the one I wrote when I was in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, where I play every winter usually, but not last winter because of COVID. So hopefully we'll get there this winter, and David Mayoka will be with me, and we'll do a little Liberace show too, hopefully. So anyway, we love Mexico. Who's been to Mexico? Drew Paralick is there. Hi. Cup of tea, David. Yes. Oh, well, anyway, this is my Mexican. Marimba player from the Brasswood. Brian is there. Hello. Oh, and Liz Kalu. Oh, that's the mummy. I love you. That's who you are. Can we have everybody? We're going to go south of the border. A little bit of chili, a little bit of lime, salt on the rim, and a little bit of time. Gonna feel happy, gonna feel fine. We're gonna feel very, very, very fine. Sunday morning, the sound of bells, dogs are barking, the bacon smells. Time to make coffee sweet and strong. Singing and dancing the whole night long. That bottle of tequila went down nice, tasted so good. We drank it twice. I know I should remember, but I cannot. The stars were swinging and the moon was hot. Yes, a little bit of chili, a little bit of lime, salt on the rim, and a little bit of time. Gonna feel happy, gonna feel fine. We're gonna feel very, very fine. Galito! Hi, Nick and Joyce. I love that you're out there. Katie Weeks. This is fun. On the Playa Los Muertos, there's quite a crowd. All the mariachis are getting loud. Turn up your radio, jump in the sea. Come and have a swim with humanity. There's a tiny baby, a shrimp on a stick, a toy chihuahua sneaking a lick. Agua fresca, make flan. And here comes my friend, the donut man. Yes, a little bit of chili, a little bit of lime, salt on the rim, and a little bit of time. I'm gonna feel happy, I'm gonna feel fine. I'm gonna feel very, 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 very fine. I love that you're there, Nick. Hey. Far away from town, the snow is falling down. So say salut, salut to the sun. For we're the lucky ones. Aren't we the lucky ones? We're very lucky. And I'm very lucky to be playing for all of you. Hey. There's a pelican diving For a fish in its chopstick beak is a tasty dish. If a bocadillo is your desire, you're gonna get a dose of red hot fire. Cause there's chili in the tacos, chili in the chips, chili in the mangoes, chili on my lips, chili in the oysters, chili in the rice. Life is much better with extra spice. Just a little bit of chili, a little bit of lime, salt on the rim, and a little bit of time. I'm gonna feel happy, gonna feel fine. I'm gonna feel very, 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 very fine. Get it go! See, see! Hey! Usually the place would be screaming for more, but I just heard crickets out of the window. But it's all right. I can feel you. I know you're there. Because look, people are writing. This is nice doing it this way. Look, people are all writing. Thank you so much for joining. And, for the new ones who've tuned in, this is for the new Revival Coffeehouse in Stow, right by Acton in Massachusetts. And I played there a few years back, and they're not having shows. So I'm happy to do this for them. And there's new people tuning in, and you're just magic. I'm here in Provincetown on the tip of Cape Cod. Tomorrow I may go swimming. It's blooming freezing, but it's good. It's invigorating, and I invested in a wetsuit. Hi Joanne, thanks for cheering. I've lived in Provincetown, for many years, 30 years. I love it so much. There's all sorts of wild and wonderful characters, and it's beautiful. We went cranberry picking today. I mean, that's a nice life. I'm very lucky and blessed. But, I used to live next to Spiritus Pizza, which is where it's very busy in the summer. We have 50,000 tourists in the summer, maybe 75,000 now. And only 3,000 people in the winter. And, I used to live next to, a jeweler. And, I had a drag queen upstairs, so I would hear the high heels most of the night going up and down. I would hear the jeweler knocking. I think there was a leather shop downstairs. There was a video shop for a while, all sorts. You hear the noise. Wherever you live, you get used to the noise. Like in Puerto Vallarta, the noise, you get used to the mariachis. Anyway, in my house, it was an 1850 house, and I got used to the jeweler knocking on silver or gold, most of the night. He was a bit of an insomniac, and he was a very kind man, and he would lend me his tools to fix my old bicycles. I'm known for a very old bicycle, my 1945 Western Flyer. Anyway, I was borrowing a tool to go and fix my bicycle, and he said, Zoe, can you do me a favor today? And I said, of course, because that's what living in a small community is about. I said, of course. And he reached on a shelf and he brought down this urn, and he gave me this urn. He said, this is the landlady's ex-girlfriend. It was her dying wish to be placed in the Provincetown Bay. Will you take care of Geraldine? And I forgot about fixing my bicycle. I thought, my gosh, what's happening to me? I need to take care of this. It's most important. But then I said, this is a lot to ask for borrowing a wrench. But I took the matter seriously. I took Geraldine down to the beach. I grabbed my rowboat, because I have a rowboat. I rowed out. I put Geraldine on the little seat. It was a beautiful twinkly day like today. It was cold, but it was perfect. Perfect. And I thought, maybe when my time comes, as well as coming back as a hummingbird, I might like to be placed in this bay too. So I was bonding with Geraldine. I opened the top of the urn, and it comes in a plastic bag. I didn't realize, and I had to use my teeth. Anyway, I placed Geraldine over, and by this I tied to a little buoy, and it went silvery gray all in the water. And I thought, this is magic. I don't know what's going on right now, but I don't know. I'm going to go fishing right now, because I've never tried it at a moment like this. And I cast out, and straight away I had a bite, and I pulled up a beautiful, beautiful flounder. So Geraldine provided me with dinner. Some call it a fluke. I call it magic. I don't even know you, but I'll hold you in my hands fly away on the wings of the wind, ashes thin as sand, and I wonder about you. Did you really love this place, full of summer memories and salty kisses on your face? And it's silver as a sixpence, it's blue as the moon, calm as a mill pond today, waiting for you. I guess I'll make a wish now, one can always dream. So I say, catch me a fish, Geraldine. Ah, 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 and there you go dancing, way down deep, to the place where the starfish and the periwinkles sleep. And it must be quiet now, nothing left to say, silent as a cloud on a windless day. And it's silver as a sixpence, blue as the moon, calm as a mill pond today, waiting for you. I guess I'll make a wish now, one can always dream. I say, catch me a fish, Geraldine. Ah, 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 and maybe I'll choose this place too. Geraldine, I may be a bit like you, and maybe one day I'm gonna be catching a fish for someone a little like me. When I feel lucky, when I feel like I can float, I take a little ride in my old rowboat, just like the first time. A flounder or a fluke is bringing me my supper in its dappled brown suit. Silver as a sixpence, blue as a moon, calm as a mill pond today, waiting for you. 'Cause I believe in magic, I sing to the mermaid queen. I sing, catch me a fish, Geraldine. Ah, 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 ah. Catch me a fish, please, Geraldine. Catch me a fish, please, Geraldine. It's all about magic. And I say that now when I go fishing. Catch me a fish, Geraldine, and she provides. And magic is in the house because Mary Alice and Laurie from Oakland are there. Laurie Cassell's great musician too, and so lovely that people are tuning in. And Beja Floor was fun to sing with you. Richard and I, Nancy Abrams, are here. Met you 10 years ago, old Nerfa, and reconnected in the new Nerfa. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. This is amazing that you're all here. Well, talking about magic, we just had Halloween, didn't we? And it was very amazing and spooky. And you know, it reminds me of when I went to New Orleans. Has anyone been to New Orleans? Tell me if you've been to New Orleans. I went to New Orleans, of course, when I first came to this country all those years ago, because little Zoe from Rottingdean on the south coast of England needed to learn a little bit more about jazz. And I did. I walked into all those bars and clubs and listened to the piano players. But as well as jazz, I met some voodoo people there. There's a lot of voodoo there. And if you know my show, you know my story about meeting this guy who came into the bar where I was sitting. He was wearing a black cloak. He had a tooth, a gold tooth. Woo! He had a gold tooth, and he had a stick, and on top of the stick was a skull. And he was a voodoo prince. He came up to me and he said, I am the Prince of Love, and I can bless you with love for the rest of your life for $5. Woo, says Nick. Wooey. Woo. $5. And I thought that was a bargain. So I gave the man $5. Liz was in there for Mardi Gras. Me too. And so anyway, I gave him $5 and he got a rabbit's feet and said magic spells, magic dust in my hair, speaking in tongues. But anyway, you believe in life what you want to believe. And I paid my $5 and I believe. So I'm blessed with love for the rest of my life. Can you believe that? And I have the power now to bless you all. Woo, woo. So you're all blessed. Can you believe it? With love for the rest of your life. And you don't have, I mean, you could pay $5. You could pay, if you wanted to visit PayPal or Venmo, it would be lovely. But really, I'm just blessing you because I love you. And this is a song about the Prince of Love. We lost him after Katrina. We couldn't find him. Away down south in New Orleans, at the land of the Mardi Gras kings and queens, there's one more royal on that scene. Oh, the Prince of Love. He will make a special brew to bring the romance back for you, for a Dixie beer and $1 or two. That Prince of Love will press his palm and you'll be under his spell. He'd do that voodoo, only he do very well, from Rampart down to Basin Street, to bar on the Bourbon Bee, the tooth of gold and a whiskey neat. Yeah, that Prince of Love. It's your fortune, so do not fear. He'll empty out your pockets, but you're here. What you wanna hear must be time for another drink. One more for the voodoo shrink. He's a cousin of Marie Laveau, I think. Yeah, that Prince of Love. Yeah. Intoxicating to the core. He's full of the spirit, that is for sure. The night's on fire and the moon's aflame, and they're playing Jelly Roll again. The real McCoy, he's on the game. That Prince of Love. With me, put your hands together. This is my grandma, see your grandma sitting by the fire. My grandma, see your grandma, I'm gonna set your flag on fire. Talk about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, I go, and it. Whoa, jack 'em off in a jack 'em off in a that Prince of Love, they gonna light your fire. Prince of Love, they gonna do that voodoo. Prince of Love, magic love for all of you out there. Janet Beatrice has been to New Orleans a long time ago. Spotted Cat Music Club. Yes, Drew, I adore the Spotted Cat. It's in Marigny. That's one of my favorite clubs. Yeah, let's put a New Orleans hat on and get in the mood for the next one. Because for those new ones who are tuning in, this is for the New Revival Coffeehouse. I played it quite a few years ago, but you know, time is a funny thing. And we're changing the clocks tomorrow. I'm glad you're feeling very fine. Don't forget to change your clocks. But yes, time is a peculiar thing, especially as you grow older. But I've been living here for 30 years, but how can that be? Because I'm only 21. Inside. In fact, I'm 6 inside. You know what I mean? Age is just a number. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to this message if you would. Life is so full of creases, that's why I think wrinkles are very good. It is most imperative to have a little joyfulness each day. So don't stop playing just because you grow old. You'll grow up because you stop to play. Because you never know, you never know, you never know, you never know, you're never too old to be young. When you're halfway through, you just begun. You're never too old to be young, yeah. When they tell you to act your age, they're obviously lacking in expertise. Can't they see it doesn't matter unless you're a bottle of wine or you're a piece of cheese? So when those twilight years smile down like diamonds upon you, please remember when you think you've done it all, you're gonna always find something new. Cause you never know, you never know, you never know, you never know, you're never too old to be young. A million songs are to be sung, cause you're never too old to be young. Yeah. Everybody, if you were wise, you can have whatever you visualize. If you believe it, you really can be like Peter Pan. Oh, cause you're never too old to be young. From the age of 3 until 101, you're never too old to be young. Oh no, 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 you're never know you're never too old to be young. There's a million songs to be sung, cause you're never too old. No, 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 you're never gonna end this. Never gonna end this. Never. Never, hi Chicky. Never too old. You're never too old. You're never too old. You're never too old to be young. Hey. Look, Vicky is there. It's great, these people who are tuning in that I haven't seen for ages, and I haven't played New York. You know, the gigs just, I know, I've had a few gigs in Provincetown. In fact, in the fall, more gigs started coming, but we had a spike in the summer and then less gigs, and my New Year gig got cancelled. I was excited about that. So we're all like riding this wave of uncertainty. But look, now I'm a TV star. Can you believe? I look like Buster Keaton or something right now. Anyway. What to play? I'm making it up, aren't I? Mary Oliver. She's a poet. You probably know her. Pulitzer Prize winner. She lived in Provincetown. Beautiful, beautiful poet. And I met her a couple of times. It was an honor. She's magic. And when I lost my mum, she made it to 96. I was very sad. Of course, when you lose people, I've lost quite a few people, and that's what happens when you get older, isn't it? And what to do with it. But then it's like, in a way, COVID, you have to start a new thing. It's a gift in a way to make us create new things. I've learned so much. I mean, you know, we're connecting in different ways. We're learning stuff, even though we don't know it right now. And I learned more about grabbing life even tighter when I lost my mum. And Mary Oliver, she wrote, "What is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" It's a classic poem. So I wrote this song with her words in mind. When you give, another takes. And when you die, something must awake. Even on the darkest night, more beautiful becomes the light. When there's joy, there must be pain. So wash me clean clean you, heavy, heavy rain. Close my hand around the knife of this one wild and precious life. Ba-dum-bum-ba, 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 da, bum-ba, da, da, ba-dum-bum-ba, da, da, da. With every end comes something new, so I'm trying to make some sense of losing you. You lit me up, you made me strong, enough to hold you in my heart and carry on. Around we go, it's just a game, and the meaning of all things remains the same. So close your hand around the knife of this one wild and precious life. Ba-dum-bum-ba, 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 da, bum-ba, da, bum-ba, da, ba-dum-bum-ba, 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 da-da-da-da, ba-bum-ba. Here comes sorrow, it's knocking on my door. Even I know it's a gift I can't ignore, 'cause when there's joy, there must be pain. So wash me clean, you heavy, heavy rain. Close my hand around the knife of this one wild and precious life. Ba-dum-bum-ba, 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 close my hand around the knife of this one wild and precious life. Look, I brought my bell. Oh, it's very useful to have a bell like this. I don't know. You never know. It summons the spirits. And there's my mum just went flying around the room. Can you believe? How are you all doing? We have Drew Paralick, blast from the past. We have Yeki. We have David and Christopher. We have Janet. We have Liz. We have Laurie, Mary Alice. Thank you, Peter Fisk. Thank you, Jonathan, Daisy. And here, let's, how are we doing? Got time for a few more? You know, I could go on forever. I am like a Vitrola if you keep winding me up. Someone who enjoyed a Vitrola, in fact, was my auntie. She was very English. You know, I don't know if you've been watching a British baking show, or there's one called Great Pottery Throwdown, which I'm really into. But, you know, I sort of haven't been back to England for 2 years since COVID, and I used to go back all the time. And, you know, I have my brother there still and my old friends. But, you know, I need to go back for a refresher course, really. I mean, the more English you are in England, we wear more tweed, the more proper you are. And I'm quite proper sometimes. And, you know, I like my tea. Where's my tea? I need another cup of tea. Kila though. My Auntie Gladys, she wore so much tweed. She was very, very proper. Thanks, David. And I had to mind my P's and Q's around my Auntie Gladys. I did love her so. She always boiled the dinner so it would like kind of fall off the plate. You know, English food's got much better. I don't want you to say anything nasty about it. Only I can. But yeah, she was proper. I never brought her to Provincetown. She never did come and visit. But maybe there would be a special tweed weekend for her, or even a tweed week, yes. So this is for all your aunties. This is a song about mine. She lives in a bungalow, son and daughter gone away, surrounded by the very same furniture as a wedding day. She goes shopping on the bus, cause her little car has gone to heaven. It's hard to keep a straight line on the road when you're 87. Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah, Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah. Every Sunday wears a hat, always takes her tea at 4, likes to talk about her potted plants and the Second World War. Never skips a beat, nobody's fool since her hip operation. She's as strong as a mule, that's what my mother said. Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah, Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah. Woo! Knits me sweaters at Christmas time. She has a nose that's a bit like mine. Boils the dinner way too much, but never serves it cold. She sends me home with a £5 note, even if she's stone cold broke. In her eyes, I'm still only 8 years old. Whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah, whoa. Fills my belly up with cake, fills my heart with more than words, makes cucumber sandwiches and cuts the crust off for the birds. Pair of 1950s stockings covered up with tweed. Were you wild? Were you reckless? Did you ever show your knees? No, she didn't. Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah, Auntie, Auntie Gladys, Auntie, yeah. Auntie Gladys. Stow TV, thank you. First Parish Church of Stow and Acton, thank you. Thank you. You are lovely. And Bob Trafford is there. He says it's fun. Good. My Auntie Gladys would like Stow, probably. So I've just got time for a couple more. Oh, it's been a pleasure playing for you. Here, let's carry on. Christopher likes this one. This is the one about my dad. My dad, he was a quiet man. My mum was more rambunctious like me. My dad retired when I was 11. My parents had me. I was the third child. 20 years later, after my brother and sister, I am the accident. That's what happens. That's why I got curly hair or goes askew. But I'd spend nice times with my dad if I was quiet. And I love fishing now, actually. And hence Geraldine and all of those stories. And I never wanted to fish with my dad too much when I was little. But he would come prawning on the beach. And he would have 6 fishing nets and turn up on the beach, because I'm from the seaside, a little village, Rudyard Kipling's village, Rottingdean, on the coast, south coast of England. And we have chalk cliffs, and the chalk falls into the sea, and there are little caves where the prawns, the shrimp, live. And my dad would come down and he'd teach me to be quiet if we would go prawning, and we would place the nets into the caves and very gently, without splashing in the water, pull them out. And I'm very good now, I must say. I always prawn when I go home. And you pull it out gently and then flip it. Voila, you have dinner. And these are some of the best memories of my childhood. I'd walk back with a bucket full of prawns, and my mum was going to cook them, and we'd pass the church, the 2 pubs, the 3 pubs actually, the duck pond, the village green, and we'd go up a little lane, and my dad would speak, and he'd say, "What was that down there, darling, sparkling in the gravel?" And I'd look and I'd see a sparkly new 6pence. Yes, Christopher, a 6pence. For me, magic. It's all about magic. Every time I walked down that lane, which I now call Sixpenny Lane, even though that's not the name, I would find a 6pence, but it only happened when I was walking with my father. It took me till I was 16 to realize my father had been flipping a 6pence for me to find. That's love, is it not? That's true love. Don't have to say I love you. You show it in different ways. Still have some of those 6pences. Ice cream and fish and chips, I put my fingertips inside your palm. Cross at the traffic lights, all the commuters look longingly at the prawning nets under your arm. And the rock pools shine in the chalky mist. And you say to me, "Here are some fisherman's secrets, my darling, but please don't tell the tourists always, always, always a 6pence. There was always, always, always a 6pence." From under the bladder rack, I took a treasure back home from the sea, ticking and tiny, deliciously briny. I know this land, each stone, each corner, each tree. And the tide comes in and we walk the lane. And you say to me, "Keep your eyes open for magic, my darling," and just like magic, it's there again. There was always, always, always a 6pence. There was always, always, always a 6pence. Always a 6pence on the floor. Always a 6pence since 1964. Always a 6pence by my shoe. Always a 6pence when I'm standing next to you. Since I was born, you put lines on the lawn every Sunday afternoon. Loud as a bell in the roses, I fell off my tricycle while following the moon. It's a quiet gift, your company. And you look at me, love can be shown in much more ways, my darling, than just in words. Please believe me always, always, always a sixpence. There was always, always, always a sixpence. Yeah. Always a sixpence. Someone, L. Hantman, thank you for writing that. And I was very concentrating because I was seeing things come up. Susan Avery looked up how much a sixpence was, and Joanne was asking 46 cents, she said. Wow. Well, it was just, a sixpence was 2.5 pennies for me, because sixpence was six pennies, and then we had decimalization when I was a little girl, but they kept the sixpence coin, which was a 2.5p. If Nick Rui's listening, he'll know what I mean. 2.5p, and then it's non-existent now. The sixpence is not the currency, but it's a very cute coin. It's a lovely coin, and if you shine it with a bit of tomato ketchup, because that's how you shine things, you know, or Coca-Cola, and throw it, well, you have a lovely shiny sixpence. So yeah, so I wasn't given a lot of pocket money when I was little, but but now I always see shiny things on the floor and pick them up. Well, you know, prawning by the sea, we're getting to the end of the show. Please send me a sixpence if you're in the mood, on PayPal or Venmo. It'd be much appreciated, always helps. And 1,000 thank yous again. Let's just do a couple more. And I love you. Oh, and you can, Susan Avery says, email a check. Thanks, yeah. Well, that's lovely. But for just 46 cents would do. So, because, you know, small is tremendous. And if everyone sent 46 cents, my gosh. So it's important that we can still go prawning and catch the prawns. It's important that we can go fishing and wish for Geraldine. I mean, actually, the fluke and the flounder are not in the bay anymore. Cape Cod has no cod anymore. Right now, there's the, the global conference, the environmental conference in Glasgow. It's happening right now. And, you know, not enough is done to save our beautiful planet. You know, the butterflies, the monarchs need you. I need you. So do the hummingbirds. We need to save it, and it's slipping out of our fingers. What are we going to do with our one wild and precious life? Hang on to it and save this planet, because, you know, I've been doing beach cleans for years now. The Center of Coastal Studies here are amazing. They try and save the whales, and they do marvelous jobs here in Provincetown. And I'm sure you guys are involved in all sorts of things to help your communities. It's amazing picking up all the plastic off the beaches, like we do, and we notate each thing we find, because you find millions of straws, you find millions of fishing gear, millions of, this year they found all this yellow wire. Where did the yellow wire with the tube come from? You know, and they can trace it from the currents, and you have to connect the source. Where did it come from? So anyway, of course, it goes out, all this plastic pollution from all over the world. It goes to the 5 gyres, these swirling gyres of currents, and it breaks down, but it just becomes tiny, and it never goes. It becomes plastic soup or plastic smog. It is sad, but we are tremendous. You're small, but we're tremendous. We can change. We can change. We have to do it now and not wait. So please, everybody, pick up something off the beach, plastic, every time you go. Lobby your politicians. We can change the world. And this is for Nanry, because Janet Beatrice told me about you. And Nanry, if you're out there, is part of Green Maynard, and it just got a law passed against plastic bags in Maynard, which is near Stow. So congratulations, you have done a gigantic, huge thing. If everyone did a thing like this, the changes would occur. A butterfly's wing actually can affect the breeze in Africa. So every tiny thing that we do does make a change. So here, help me. We can do it. We can do it together. And that plastic soup, no. What do you say? What do you say? Do you want plastic soup?
No.
Show us. That's what I need you to sing. Thank you, cigarette girl. Swirling around in a beautiful blue, somewhere between the equator and you. There's a tear in the sky where the albatross flew. Man and his madness makes nightmares come true. I can see your shadow. Unfortunately, this is so. And that's why I want you to know. Not that kind of know. There is an island the size of Texas, a floating island of piles and piles of plastic. It's simply drastic. It's not fantastic, because the fish is all eat plastic soup, and all the currents converge together, bringing plastic. It's catastrophic. It never breaks down. It's microscopic. And now the fishes all eat plastic soup. Sing with me. Do you want some soup? No. Would you like some soup? No. Fancy some soup? No. We don't want your soup. Would you like some soup? No. A little soup? No. We don't want your plastic soup. No. Pleasure, Janet. And all the seagulls and the tiny turtles, colossal whales are full of plastic. Even the porpoise is feeling nauseous because it can't digest the plastic soup. And in the food chain, the jellyfishes are sifting water that's full of plastic. Sardine to swordfish, tuna to my dish, and now the human we eat plastic soup. Would you like some soup?
No.
A little soup?
No.
Fancy some soup? No. We don't want your soup. Would you like some soup?
No.
Fancy some soup? No. We don't want your plastic soup. Plastic bags, plastic wraps, plastic bottles, plastic caps, styrofoam and lobster traps, North Pacific garbage patch, plastic forks, plastic spoons, plastic string and red balloons, plastic cups for plastic tea, just throw it all into the sea. Poor fisherman, la 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 la. I'm a solution to the pollution. Stop using plastic. Cut down on plastic. Change your behavior. You'll be a savior. We can save the world from plastic soup. Here we go. Would you like some soup? No. A little soup? No. Fancy some soup?
No.
We don't want your soup. Would you like some soup?
No.
Soup?
No.
We don't want your plastic. We don't want your plastic. We don't want your plastic soup. No. Thank you, porpoise. Where's the porpoise? Oh, there it is. That's a very nice porpoise. I do apologize for the plastic. I hope you'll be all right. We can save you, can't we? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, my lovely helper. Well, we've come to the end of the show, and I have to thank you a million times for tuning in. Thank you again to the New Revival Coffeehouse. Thank you to Stow TV. You rock, John, Daisy, and thank you, Peter Fisk, for communicating with me. And thank you, Susan, and all the people who are involved. You are lovely. Thank you, Janet Beatrice. Thank you, Nanri, if you're out there. To all my friends who have tuned in. You're beautiful. I mean, if you'd like to go to zoelewis.com and send me your email. I have other virtual shows through the window, and I will be touring. I will be touring one of these days. So let's end on this one, and maybe you can all scream baby, because I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, and you will find happiness. And I guess all the things things you've always dreamed of. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell, baby. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Nick and Joyce, we must hang out sometime soon. Just keep on loving everybody, 'cause I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, and you will find. Thanks everybody, happiness and I guess all the things you've always dreamed of. Gee, I'd like to see you all looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Noreen Specialties does not sell, baby. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Thanks everybody. Keep on supporting live music. Thanks, New Revival Coffeehouse. Hope I've got a few more fans now. Cheers. It's going to get better. Thanks, everyone.